Let's enter into the sutra. With utmost devotion, center on the two junctions of breath. Know the knower. Shiva is the only master. Not only gives respect to devotion, is such a great master. The devotion towards him, he turns it to a devotion towards yourself. He is such a great energy. He straightaway helps people to turn the devotion towards him, to turn as a devotion towards yourself. That is why Shiva Bhakti, the devotion towards Shiva, is very easy, and it is more oriented towards a spiritual experience and meditation. The more you start your journey towards Shiva, he will be again and again putting you back towards your energy. He will be turning you towards yourself. He will be again and again turning you. Look into yourself. Look into yourself. He uses his form only to create inspiration in you. The moment inspiration is created, he just puts the whole energy back into yourself. And Shiva is such a wonderful being. Throughout his teachings, he is completely accepting you as you are. He is turning the energy directly on yourself. That is why almost all Advaitins will be Shiva Bhaktas. All Dvaitins, the people who speak about duality, will be Vishnu Bhaktas. All Yogis, people who speak on the yoga, will be Devi Bhaktas. It's a big three major groups. All the Yogis will be the Bhaktas of Devi. All the Dvaitins will be the Bhaktas of Vishnu. All the Vedantins, enlightenment-oriented people, will be the devotees of Shiva. Because Shiva again and again teaches you, inspires you to enter into yourself. Throughout the Shiva Sutra, every step is inspiring you to enter into yourself. The bhakti towards the Shiva, the devotion towards Shiva, how it takes turn as devotion towards yourself, and how it leads you to knowing the knower, is this sutra. With utmost devotion, center on the two junctions of breath. Know the knower. Now you need to do two things. First, you need to have a deep devotion. One important thing, the devotion, as far as the devotion concerned, whether it is towards God or Guru or towards yourself, it liberates. You don't have to bother to whom you are devoted. The very quality of devotion is enough to liberate you. People come and ask me again and again, Swamiji, there are so many gods. So many God problems also solved practically now. The real problem in the modern day is so many gurus. So many gurus. What to do, Swamiji? How to choose? How to know whether somebody is enlightened or not? I tell them, never bother about that. There is no scale to measure whether somebody is enlightened or not. Because only an enlightened person can recognize another unenlightened being. Whatever scale you may have, it can't be foolproof or completely truthful. Only one way you have. if you feel connected to Him, if you feel really your heart is vibrating with Him, if you feel that you are in tune with Him, then even if He is not enlightened, don't bother, just go behind Him. Even if He is not enlightened, you will become enlightened. Be very clear. Even if He is not enlightened, you will become enlightened. If your heart is not feeling comfortable, if your being is not in tune with Him, even if He is enlightened, He can't help you. Forget about Him. It is all about your heart. It is all about your being. If you feel connected to Him, don't bother, just jump, fall, just drop. Even if He is not enlightened, you will become enlightened. Because your very devotion, your very surrender has got quality to liberate you. That very devotion, please be very clear, the sutra does not say with Shiva Bhakti, no. With utmost devotion, with pure devotion. It doesn't say you should be devoted only to Shiva. It doesn't say you should be devoted only to Krishna. It doesn't say you should be only devoted to Rama. It doesn't bother you should be only devoted to Devi. No. He says with utmost devotion. And the next statement, next word, he is turning the whole devotion towards yourself. First, you need to have devotion. Next, turning the whole devotion towards yourself is beautifully taking us step by step into the enlightenment experience. With utmost devotion, let me tell a few things about this Shiva Bhakti, devotion towards Shiva, and how we can use that Shiva Bhakti, the devotion, as a jumping pad to the ultimate divine. As I was telling you this one example, even if the Guru is not enlightened, your very devotion can liberate you. Your very devotion can take you beyond everything. Because it is devotion, it is a quality of devotion that liberates. Not even the person to whom you are devoted. You can see Sri Ramakrishna. Literally he was devoted to a stone. To the stone. He was devoted to a stone. He has got a strong faith and devotion that it is Kali, it is Devi, it is Divine Mother. Even if it is a stone, when you are intensely devoted to it, it liberates you. He was liberated. He was completely liberated. And it is just shocking. He was completely, not only he was liberated, he liberated thousands of people. He helped and gave enlightenment to thousands of people. Vivekananda says beautifully, if we can produce one Ramakrishna, not one stone or one temple, have thousands of stones and temples. Be very clear. It is not to whom or to what you are devoted. The very devotion is the energy. The very devotion helps you to experience the truth.